A lot of times people just ask the wrong questions. It's not about that person not having the thing so you can feel better about yourself. It's to say, if they can have it, I can have it too. You know, if they're doing it, then why not me? Set the mood and get cozy. Candle for ambiance. Who's excited for October song? So beautiful. Hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Kia, and today we are going to be talking about comparison and 5 healthy ways that you can use it. Before we dive in, you want to hit the like button and subscribe because we have fun over here on my channel. I'm launching a lifestyle and self-care business called October Song that's dedicated for women, and this is one of the cute candle goodies that will be launching, so you don't want to miss it. Now let's get into the video topic. I think in the world that we live in today with social media and how much access we have and like windows into other people's lives and perspectives that we seemingly get, it's easy to get caught up in what the next person is doing instead of focusing on yourself and achieving your own desires. Sometimes when you see other people, you know, getting a new job, going on vacation, achieving, you know, some type of perceived success, and you see yourself in a place that's, you know, less than desirable, or you've been working at something for a while, or you've been wanting something for a while and it hasn't been realized. When you see other people every day constantly seeming like living the life that you want, it can be a little bit hard and you can easily start to compare yourself to them. It's like that saying that they have on social media, is like, how does it feel to live my dream, in relation to like someone's lifestyle, their relationship, or like some type of experience that they're having or a quality that they possess. Not to mention there's all of these like social milestones that are put into place that, depending on your life and your perspective, may or may not seem feasible, realistic, or even achievable. Years ago, you could be, you know, a 20-something-year-old living your life and only knowing kind of what your friends and maybe the people you grew up with and the people you went to school with, you know, were doing and how you compared to them. But now sometimes it almost feels like we're competing on a nationwide, in a global scale even, to see the different type of lives that people have curated for themselves. And I say curated for a reason. The different types of lives that people curated for themselves and how it measures up to the way that our life is viewed or perceived by others. As we know, I talk about my social media journey on this channel and how I took a year-long break off of social media. I took a social media fast, and I do have videos up about how that went for me and giving tips on if you want to take a social media break as well. So of course it's important to know where you stand with social media. Have good and healthy boundaries, like, you know, keep your mental and all of those types of things in check. And it's easy to kind of get like spun around and caught up in the different trends or the different sayings or the different ways of life or thinking or even conversation topics that are, you know, spawned as a result of social media culture. I think topics of lifestyle, career, people's perception of how much leisure or access to luxury people have can really be something that you can get caught up on and hung up with comparing yourself with on social media, that then translates into what you believe is your own life experience. But what if I told you that all of this is really not such a bad thing and there are healthy ways that you can use comparison? I'm sure we've all heard the saying that comparison is the thief of joy, and you can believe that if you want to, but personally I don't subscribe to that thought process. And here's why. Comparison is actually not the thief of joy. Hyperfixation is. I know it's easy to look at a person and say they have this thing, you don't have it, and automatically you become jealous. But as a person who doesn't struggle with jealousy, the reason why I don't is because I never make it about the thing a person has or the type of lifestyle that they're living or the success that they've achieved. I look at the person, comparing myself to them, and I look at their essence and what it is that they bring, and I draw inspiration from it. When you make it about the job a person has, the experience that they're experiencing, you know, where they live, where they're traveling to, what they're doing, you rob yourself of the opportunity to be inspired by hyperfixating on those things instead of drawing inspiration from who that person is, how they've achieved what they've achieved, why they decided to do what it is that they've done, and how it transformed their life and made elevate them into the person who's able to experience those things. And that same type of energy, that perspective, that thought process, that is available to you if you're willing to be open to it. Some of the greatest successes in my life have been achieved by comparing myself to other people. And I'll use myself and my big sister as an example. Now, my big sister is very smart. She's bright. She's a high achiever. She is a doctor. Now, I've always been very bright, a high achiever, charismatic, magnetic, all of those types of things, just like she is, but it's in the areas of things that I'm interested in. Me and my big sister have two totally different, career paths, different aesthetics, and you might not even know that, we were related if it were just being judged on, like the way we live our lives and our interests. But if you ask me who one of my greatest inspirations is in life, it's my big sister. Why? Because when I see a person doing their thing, succeeding, achieving, living their life and being the best version of themselves, I look at that and say, wow, that is amazing. That means that I can do that too. Just because someone has found their footing, defined their path, or seemingly is getting success in an area that they've determined was the best for them has nothing to do with, me not achieving that same thing. You have to give yourself the grace and the space to grow into who you are, make your own mistakes, make your choices, live your life, and understand that the path that another person takes to get to their success might not look the same as yours, but you are 100% able to use that person comparatively and draw inspiration. So here's 5 ways that I use comparison in a healthy way that helps me to be a successful person. Number 1, I acknowledge that someone has done something great. When I see someone doing something, achieving something, and I feel like, oh wow, that's something that I want to do, I just let myself say, wow, this is amazing. This is such a great thing. Oftentimes, people put too many pressures on themselves to get it right, to be perfect, to reinvent the wheel. And when you acknowledge that someone has done something and gone before you, that just opens yourself up to that same essence and energy and allows you to be able to replicate that for yourself and how it makes sense for you in your life. Number 2, I look at their life in comparison to mine and try to assess it realistically. Sometimes you hold yourself to a standard that's not realistic for you based on your life path and where you've come from. Some of us do come into life with a little bit more of a privilege than other people. That's okay, because you have different privileges that other people don't have in other areas. It's just your job to realize those things and to find them. Another example that's personal to me. When I was in college, it was very important for me to get an internship and find my own internship. I spent my summers working and interning so I could put myself in the best position to be in the career field that I wanted to be in. Now, my classmates, a lot of them, they would spend their summers partying, vacationing, just, moseying around, not really, taking it seriously, but that was the reality of their life. A lot of the kids that I went to school with, they had parents who owned companies or knew people who were well connected, and they could afford to spend their freshman and sophomore summers just, doing what they wanted to do, because come junior and senior year, they already had an opportunity waiting for them. And even come graduation, a lot of them even had a job lined up for them, versus me, I had to put a little bit more effort, be a little bit more structured in those areas. There's no sense in comparing yourself to a person and making yourself feel bad about something when you guys live 2 totally different lifestyles and you have 2 totally different stories. But this brings me to my next point, because you can use comparison to get clear about the type of person that you want to be and the desires that you want for yourself in the future. For example, I wasn't aware of the perspective that, hey, I have to work and I have to put this effort in to get to where I'm going. This person gets to just live their life, be a kid, and they're going to be set and settled after they leave college. In my mind, I look at that and I said, oh, that's my son. Oh, that's my daughter. So I take solace in the fact that I'm doing what I feel is best for me, so that when I grow up and I have children and my children are in college, they can more so enjoy their summers and, live their life and have more of a full experience, because I paved the way for them to be able to do that, just like those kids' parents paved the way for them to be able to, enjoy their summers and not have to stress and not have to take everything so seriously. I love that for them. And seeing that just opened my mind to another possibility, another perspective of the way that I can choose to be and pay it forward for myself, my family, and, generations to come. The fourth way, and this is one of my favorite ways to use comparison, is if they can do it, then why not me? A lot of times people just ask the wrong questions. It's not about that person not having the thing so you can feel better about yourself. It's to say, if they can have it, I can have it too. If they're doing it, then why not me? This is the mindset that I have and the approach that I have, and it really instills confidence in yourself to say that if anyone else is in any type of proximity to me, if I can see it in what they're doing, then I can be it. I can, achieve that. I can have that thing too. It's for me, because it wouldn't be shown to you or revealed to you if you were not able to conceptualize it and make it real in your own life and in your own experience. The fifth and just very juicy and delicious way to use comparison is to look at a person, see their success and the impact that they've made, and use that as an inspiration to be an active participant in creating the type of change that you want to see in the world. We are all so powerful, and I think sometimes that gets a little bit missed when we compare ourselves to the way that another person is powerful instead of finding our own power that we have within ourselves. So for example, maybe you follow a woman who's in the beauty industry and she's making strides and opening doors for, women of color in the beauty industry. Maybe she's body positive, those types of things. Think about it in relation to what it is that you're interested in. Maybe you're interested in, real estate. Maybe you're interested in gaming. Whatever that thing is for you, use that comparison to how they've been able to be successful and think if they were able to open these doors in the beauty industry, how might I be able to open the doors for, other women pursuing, the goals of real estate or wanting to make a space for them in the gamer community or whatever it is. There's so many different versions of people, women, men, permeations of who we can be and how we can just bring spicy, juicy deliciousness to this world. Why rob yourself of being a part of that creativity and that essence by being jealous or comparing yourself to a person in a negative way? If used correctly, comparison can be one of the most powerful tools to unlocking the power that lies within you by enjoying and appreciating the successes that other people have brought to this life as well. I hope this video helped, and I hope it was a motivation and encouragement to anybody who finds themselves, trapped by comparison or just wanted the boost to understand that you have the power to be the person that you want to be, create the experience that you want to have, and it's all up to you, and you are allowed to use other people as that inspiration. Make sure you all are signed up for the October Song VIP email list. We are launching Black Friday with all of our self-care goodies, and I am so excited to share this with you all. Please leave a comment down below, like and share this video, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye.